Thanks, Colby. I just thought I'd prepare a little something to set the context for
hey, get on the mic.
The evening here tonight. And I didn't really know what I was going to say until this weekend. And I've just prepared a little something for people here that I know and like. So, John, Jesse, everyone else, this is cool. And I should warn you, it's just a short statement, and it's called a New York statement spoken in plain English. So the following is very simple and very plain. My whole time here I've had to think of leaving. I'm not from the city, and I wasn't raised here. I came here once in high school and went to the top of the World Trade Center, and the building was bending in the wind, or at least that's what I tell people, because I said it over and over for a few years, and it became one of those stories that completely became a memory. Being on the top, I just remember thinking I should feel like I was living a memory I'd have always for the future. But in my head now, I can only see myself alone under a giant satellite spire, feeling nervous, looking over Brooklyn, not knowing what it was back then, 1998. I came back a couple years later in October for a Ralph Nader rally. I sat with my college girlfriend and held her hand on the roads. We kept moving backwards to be by ourselves at a political rally. I couldn't believe then or now that we found a parking spot 2 blocks away from Madison Square Garden. The next year I drove to JFK Airport with my father, all the way from Ohio to save money on a connection to London. On the flight, this is a true story, on the flight an engine exploded and we had to turn back. This was 2 weeks after 9/11. People were freaked out. The guy next to me was on his way to see his daughter in Tel Aviv. He was praying in Hebrew. In fact, everyone was praying on that plane. After the pilot said we were turning back, I didn't pray. I looked at the seat in front of me. The boring texture of the fabric, it was bland. It's disappointing to feel like you might explode in such an unlovely space. The plane made a sharp turn to the right, and all of a sudden the distant lights of southwestern Queens or eastern Long Island dipped into the black water of the Atlantic. It happened so fast. The motion made me sick in my stomach. My heart sagged to the water. It was all darkness there. Everything was silent, completely quiet. No one took out their phones. I kept waiting for a face to flash. I kept waiting for a sign, but nothing came. And when we landed, fire trucks were everywhere. I called my dad from a payphone. He said he was watching online, and all of a sudden our plane just disappeared right off the map. After college, I moved to Astoria. Some of you probably know this story from here, since I knew a lot of you then. You've heard me say all this time that I've lived here that I couldn't stay. It's weird to live in a place you're passing through, but to stay there for years and years, it's strange to hold on to that. You may know I collect old books. They fill 3 bookshelves in my apartment. You can ask my roommate. We switched rooms so I could fit them all in the bedroom. I tell you this because I can't let go of them. I've been collecting old books because they're little packages of paper that represent people's lives. Nearly all of them published right here in New York in some publishing house that maybe once existed midtown, where I maybe walked by without knowing. That's half of what the city means to me. Half the city back there in those streets, floating past us, discarded, the old ghosts, the trash that blows, the hand that dropped it, how it got like this, what it used to be, before Bloomberg's and Giuliani, before when my dad was younger than me. I want to pass the ghosts of the city. I want to save the things they touch, their chairs, their bars, their bricks, their streets. I want to connect to any object that they held. Because things in the city are always leaving suddenly. I've loved people here and then I've lost them. My sister, she moved to London. That's fine. I say this because a lot's happened and I want to talk directly to you right here tonight, because tonight we're both here together in this little place, here and now. I'm sentimental, it's a problem. The way you can get right to people's bodies and hear them talk, you can recognize in a friend's eyes the avalanche of emotion that he jokes about, as if whatever we need can be slid over sometimes. That sliding through time, very New York, that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying I came here full of myths, and I dreamt about this place for years before I came here. I get the feeling sometimes we're here thinking what happens is for the future. The future us, the future me, the future you, the places we'll be because of now. But I'm reminding myself through you that there's no future you can plan. Wall Street, Midtown, bears, bulls, phones, lights, walk, don't walk, prices, gas, the dream of cheap living, endless credit, the owing, the borrowing, the getting by, the calls home, the scenes, the snarky reviews, the joking headlines, the crisis, the joke of the crisis, the end of the New York we discovered here, or that I did, way late, Raleigh, Columbus, Saratoga, white middle-class student debt, living on borrowed time, borrowed money, all the anxious little chats we've had about it, after choosing where to live, where to go, what's going to happen, who you're going to love, what you're going to do. Fuck it. This afternoon on Park Slope on a roof, I was with a friend, and she's on a student visa, and she said, "I want to live here." And I said, "Me too." And she said, "You do," as if I was an idiot. And we laughed. In my head, I heard the words, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. And now, telling you this, I want to hear the words, "This is New York, New World City, where everyone's already a ghost. We're ghosts. I'm your living ghost. You're mine. But this is our city now here. So let's play music with our living voices." Thanks.